Investing in real estate is a great way to reach financial freedom. My client just bought a property and it's a perfect example of how to invest. The bones of the property are in great shape, but it needs a lot of cosmetic work. Simple renovations like paint, flooring, and trim will make your property stand out and get a good quality tenant. We start off by painting the whole house in a nice neutral color. This gives the place a clean slate and makes it more inviting. Now that the whole house is painted, we can start laying our floors. This is a project I recommend all real estate investors. You might have seen it in my first video. It's a vinyl tile that sticks over any hard surface, and once it's grouted, it looks exactly like a ceramic tile floor. Measuring your floor is the most important part to laying tile. You want to make sure that your layout's nice and you're not left with any small pieces along the wall. Now that we're done laying our tile, we can start grouting our floor. All you want to do is take the grout and work it into the grout cracks. Once you're done grouting a section, take a wet sponge and work it in a circular motion and take off any of the excess grout. The grout that comes with this tile is silicone based, so it moves with the floor so the grout lines won't crack. Once this dries, it's going to look exactly like ceramic, but for half the cost. You're going to have some happy tenants. Laying down a high-end laminate really transforms the space. It's really important to cover all the caulking with fresh white paint. What will happen over time if you don't paint it, it'll start to turn yellow and collect dust. So what I like to do is cover all the baseboards right up with fresh white paint and come back after and cut in with the paint color. By doing this, I'm making more work for myself, but the end result is definitely worth it. Making small changes like painting your front door and changing the hardware can really make your tenants feel proud of their rental. Now that we're getting near the end of the project, it's all the small details that make a big difference. For example, this fan is still in great condition, but it's got one big problem. It's outdated and it's coated with brass, and for that reason, it's gotta go. Investors often forget to change old light fixtures. By bringing your entire rental up to date is how you're going to beat your competition. As we all know, the most important part of renovation is the kitchen. By changing out the new countertops to match our new modern decor, it's going to make a big difference. Switching out your countertops is a really cheap way to make your property stand out. We start off by unscrewing from the bottom and cutting the caulking so we don't chip the paint. Now that we have the counter set in place, we can see how it looks. Because the wall isn't perfectly straight and has some waves in it, we have to do what is called scribing the counter to the wall. In other words, we have to shape the counter along the contours of the wall. When we do that, we're taking a pencil and scribing it along the wall. Once I cut this line, there won't be any gaps, and it's going to look perfect. Once it's all traced out, we can start cutting. Now you're going to see a lot of guys on TV shows lay down painter's tape or other type of tape to prevent the countertop from chipping. There's really no need to do that. All you have to do is buy a blade with the teeth pointing down, and it's not going to chip the countertop on the way up. As you can see earlier when I scribed along the edges, there's no chipping. It makes things a lot easier. Done. This property is all done and it's ready to hit the market. By getting it staged, we're going to attract a higher end tenant. If you're looking to invest in real estate, I'm your KW Property Pro. Feel free to browse my website and contact me anytime.